Yo, Mad Dog Killer Son. Yo, follow me on Mad Dog Killer 077. Mad Dog Killer Son 077 on my Twitter page. And yo, subscribe. This is the the name we're gonna subscribe under now. It's Mad Dog Killer Son with no space. I have a few other blogs on my other name, Mad Dog Killer Son, with a space between the G and the K. And there's some good battle rap reviews on there, especially highlighted as Gnome 4 and Summer Madness 3 with, the infamous punch with Math. But I'm going to start out with, I'm not giving out no shout outs to anybody that don't really rock with me. You understand? I used to do that. I'm not doing that no more. So if you don't really rock with me, I'm not really giving you a shout out. Look at my previous blogs. I gave out shots to people and they really didn't deserve it. So y'all compare it and y'all tell me who you think I'm talking about. Anyway, ARP, shout out to you, big homie. Like what you're doing for the culture. I met the dude, we hung out. I actually hung out with ARP before I even knew what he was about to do. So respect that dude. D-Rec, he gave a shout out to me on the Gnome 4 blog, and appreciate your thoughts and comments. Angry Fan and Chris Unbiased Review, I got a lot of respect for both y'all. Anytime I do something and I reach out to y'all with the link, y'all show love. And Chris, my nephew C. Lou, you know what I'm saying? He did the interview on that Gnome 4 joint, and I couldn't have a better person interview me. So shout out to C. Lou. All right, I know you watching. Other than that, nobody else ain't getting no shout outs. Point blank, period. I mean, it is what it is. Let me jump right into this. My son sent me the link on this Cassidy Dizaster battle, and it's on film, on TV. I'm gonna drop the link in the description box. I'm gonna drop the link in the description box, and for however long it stays up, it is what it is. But I'm gonna drop it in there because that's what I do. I know y'all looking for the right one. This is the right one, and subscribe to the page. I don't do a lot of that stuff that these dudes do to build up their fan base. If you feeling what I'm saying, because a lot of the joints that I drop is the realest joints. You look at the comments of Gnome 4, Summer Madness, people is like raving over this, like they rather watch my blog than watch the battle be there the way I described the thing. So I'm gonna get into this real quick. So I press the link, and right away I see 20 minutes and 47 seconds. Now, I go to events. I watch a lot of battle rap. I'm into this culture heavy. Trust me, heavy. And I think for a Diz battle, Diz could rap by himself for like 30 minutes. And I don't know how long Cassidy's willing to spit, but I know Diz, 3 rounds, Diz could spit 10-minute rounds. So when I see 20 minutes and 47 seconds, right away my antennas is up like, this could be some bullshit. So I'm still going to be optimistic. And I'm going to get back to this, or I'm going to do a separate blog. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a separate blog on industry cats jumping into the battle rap ring and top tier dudes accepting those battles. Because unless the top tier dudes breathe life into these dudes, these industry dudes, they have nowhere to go. When you think about it, the top tier, even mid tier in the battle rap culture has built this huge building, foundation and building. Now, I don't know about you. If I'm living in a penthouse of a building, and you coming from another block, you gotta take the elevator up to the penthouse the same way I did. You gotta work your way up to that penthouse floor before you can sit on my couch. It's alright if you have a penthouse, and some of these niggas in the industry don't even have a penthouse on their block. They're not even living in a penthouse. They like on a floor somewhere, or they used to live in a penthouse or a rich block, and now you don't know where they live. They don't have no address. That's real talk. That's a real, you know what I'm saying? That's like a real metaphor. You know what I'm saying? They lived in a penthouse 5-10 years ago, platinum records, whatever you want to call it. They was on Easy Street. Then you don't know where they at. Now all of a sudden you built up your block. You on that hotel that everybody talking about battle rap. Now all of a sudden these niggas want to be in your penthouse and y'all opening the door and letting them in. And what's worse is they taking, I hate to say it, they taking more chicken than you. How the yo, come on, man. You can't let people pimp you out like this. Yeah, battle rappers, top tier, mid tier. Y'all can't let the industry dudes pimp y'all out like this. They used to getting pimped out. They got played. A lot of them. They don't have control of their masters. Everybody now has to be independent. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to be independent to see their money. Anyway, I'm going too far into that. I'm gonna make a blog on that, or I might come back to it a little bit more in this thing. But yo, when you have a penthouse, deal with the people in your building that's moving up the floors. Don't let somebody just fly in your window. All right, whatever. So obviously it's the last battle of the night. I wasn't there. I wasn't in LA. I traveled to a lot of battle rap events. This one I was skeptical about, so I just said, let me fall back. I'm an East Coast dude, Brooklyn dude. I don't have a problem traveling out my state. Me or my nephew, we do what we do, but I just said, nah, I'm a fall back. But anyway, battle starts, 30 seconds into it, Cass goes. I don't think any of their bars, well, Diz did have a bar talking about, in the gym, practice shooting that had the crowd going. But I'm going to say Cass had a bar where he talked about holding a 9 up like a dude that missed his thumb, that's missing one thumb. And that was kind of cool. I mean, but for the most part, Cass bars was vanilla. It really wasn't complicated. I wouldn't say they were Reed Dollars bars like they were dated too bad, but you have a different culture right now. You have a culture that is looking for metaphors. They're looking for innuendos. They're looking for schemes. They're looking for name flips. They want you to come. You had 3 months to make up bars for Dizaster, and you had tons of material to work off of. You had, some of his classic battles. You had a battle with him in DNA, where, he said a lot of things, and DNA exposed him on a lot of things that you could have worked off of. A lot of people haven't even worked off the angle that DNA got Dizaster on since, and I don't know why. It's good material. You could have went with the cannabis battle. You could have said something about that. I mean, you went with ordinary stuff like 7-Eleven, or like he could have had a bomb strapped to him and blow up the stage. I mean, a 2-year-old could have came up with that one. Of course, he's Lebanese or whatever. He looks Arabic. I just expected better. You're getting all of this money, and I mean, all we have to go on is the battle with Freeway. And I'll get to Dizaster's thing, but it's a good thing that he brought up that point. Anyway, break it down. He did not control the crowd. Cassidy did not control the crowd. He lost the crowd like at 3 minutes in. He lost the crowd like 6 minutes in. Lost the crowd again 7 minutes in. Diz was trying to, Diz was I think Diz was trying to help him sarcastically, like, yo, stop rapping and try and get it back in the next round. Like, they heard enough. You got a crowd that been out there watched, I think, 6 or 7 battles prior to. People feet be hurting. They be ready to leave. And then you put the main event on last. It's hard to get that crowd to move. It's hard. And I don't think the environment was set up right. URL and Smack, they set up an environment that really inspires the crowd to react. And I didn't get that feel from this crowd. They seemed like if they were distracted or their attention was somewhere else. I didn't like the mic being across the cheek, because a person like Dizaster or something moves and you hear that feedback. But anyway, so Cass finally finishes at 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Finishes real weak. Nothing memorable. I mean, nothing memorable about his first round, aside from it being so long. And they was calling time wanting him to end. Then Diz starts, and to me, Diz has a perfect platform to fillet this dude, to finish him in the first round. Like, I mean, he really could have did this guy dirty. And it seemed like if he wanted to start the freestyle off the top and talk about some of the stuff that Cassidy said, but like he just lost his train of thought. And then he started going into his writtens, and some of it was all right. I think Cassidy had some hecklers, that tried to get him a minute something in. I think that Diz should have just kept rapping. When you're a professional, he should have showed the difference between him and a dude that is not doing it at this time, which was Cass. That Diz could have showed that difference. To me, he didn't do that. He didn't do it well enough. I might have a hard time battling this. I was judging this. I'm going to say, off of the one round that I saw, mind you guys, it was only one round. It was supposed to go 3 rounds. They shut the place down. They only went 1 round each. All right. Cass went for 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Diz went for like 9 minutes and change. 1 round each, and then the place got shut down. So you guys can't keep killing Smack when he has problems at events. It happened with Lush 1. It happened with King of the Dot. So, there's still some growing pains with this battle rap culture and people staying on time. But I was surprised that Dizaster paid so much attention to the hecklers and the crowd. And then Cassidy was talking during this round, and he kept talking to Cassidy, to stop talking and all of that. Just basic first grade stuff that should not happen in a battle rap main event between a veteran battle rapper and someone that says that they battle rap forever. Some of the stuff that was going on was like really first grade. And when I think about it, we have ourselves to blame in a kind of way, because the fans have to speak up. The fans have to say what they want to see. And I think Cassidy may have gotten his money this time around, but I can't see him getting another top tier battle. I don't want to see Cassidy in no time. Here's where I want to see Cassidy battle a Mook or a Lux or a Clips. Here's the platform. Here's when I want to see him. I want to see Cassidy after he's battled a few more times some other mid tier or just at the bottom of top 10. Battle B Magic. Battle battle a JC. Battle one of these new guys, Battle a T-Top or Briz Rothstein. Some of these dudes might rip your head off, to be honest with you. But battle them. Even You know, I mean, battle Real Deal, I don't care, but battle some other people in battle rap and possibly get a couple of classics under your belt. Get something where you get a couple clear bodies. Like Freeway in that studio, I thought Dizaster took a good angle bringing that up, and all these other bodies that he claims to have that nobody ever seen. But it's a different era now. You know, we from the show me state. You got to show me. And I just can't give anyone credit in the industry. I don't care who it is. Joe, Crooked Eye, M, King Los. I don't care who the name is that they throw out there. I don't care. When you get on that stage, you're in that venue, the cameras is on, you got to have stage presence, you got to have aggression, you got to have schemes, you got to have performance, you got to have it all. You know, a guy like Hitman, a guy like Clips, a guy like Mook, a lot of these guys, they have conceded. They pause for the crowd. The crowd, they have their slogans. They have stuff that the crowd could rock with. You just can't step on stage and think that you're going to spit bars and win. I mean, people get mad at Daylight. I'm not a big Daylight fan, but Daylight has encompassed a lot of stuff, and he decides what he wants to do each time he battles. And people mess with it. I mean, that's how he stays working. I guess at the end of the day, a lot of battle rap fans is disappointed. And a lot of people spent their money hoping that they would witness some greatness, you know, in anticipation. I mean, Dizaster Cassidy. To be honest with you, that wasn't even, the battle that they had, even with the first round, wasn't in the top 10 of 2014. It wasn't even in the top 20. I could name 5 battles off the top of my head that was better than that battle. There's some PG battles. I mean, you could pick practically any T-top battle was better than that, more exciting. I mean, Clips battle with T-Rex. I mean, even though T-Rex didn't even fight back, that was more exciting. I mean, all right, so here's how we're going to do it. I hope the other people that blog on this, I hope Angry Fan, and I hope Chris Unbiased spits that realness, you know, and tell you guys what y'all need to hear. And what y'all need to hear is this. Stop pumping these industry dudes up. Battle rap is a lane of its own. All right? You guys took the time to build it, create it, you know, Smack, Organic Grind Time. They built this lane, and the fans are dedicated and loyal. And, you know, enough with the industry dudes. Let's be concerned with what we're doing. If an industry dude wants to come over here, they got to start from the bottom. They need to start from the bottom and work their way up, and gain my respect. Gain something that I want to see. I'm not going off of some record that you made and I heard over and over again, and now you get to battle Clips, you get to battle Rex, you get to battle Arsenal or Hitman. You got to work your way up, or excuse my back. You know what I'm saying? And the fans got to speak up. The fans got to tell these they got to tell these venues, they got to tell these battle rap leagues, yo, we do not want to see somebody that has no history. Don't want to see him. Come on, y'all. Yo, I hope the other battles is all right. I seen they was using the mic in some of the battles, Immaculate and, you know, whoever else. I'm like, yo, that's whack. Do not hold a mic in a big battle rap event. Lose the mics. Anyway, I don't want this block to be too long. I'll holler at y'all.